The crowd roars with excitement, the tension is palpable, and the stage is set for an unforgettable clash. Two worlds collide in a way no one could have ever predicted. In one corner, the brash and fearless Conor McGregor, a fighter whose name alone strikes fear into opponents' hearts. In the other corner, the high-flying, mask-wearing icon of the squared circle, Rey Mysterio, known for his acrobatic feats and indomitable will. The question on everyone's mind? What happens when the worlds of MMA and professional wrestling collide in an epic showdown that defies expectations? Imagine this. McGregor, a man who made his career in the cage, now standing across from a master of the ropes. A man whose style is as much about agility and speed as it is about sheer heart. What happens when McGregor, with his trademark confidence and brash style, meets Rey Mysterio's unique wrestling flair? It's not just about who's the better fighter. This battle is about respect, dominance, and the pride of two of the most iconic figures in combat sports history. The stage is set for a war that will have fans talking for years to come. As McGregor steps into the ring, he's not just bringing his fists, he's bringing his history of trash talk, mind games, and psychological warfare. Known for getting under his opponent's skin, McGregor is the master of the mental game. But Rey Mysterio isn't one to be intimidated. His legacy isn't just about how he performs inside the ring. It's about how he overcomes the odds. A smaller competitor in stature, but never in heart, Rey has always proven that size doesn't matter when it comes to determination and skill. He's faced giants in the past and walked away victorious. But facing Conor McGregor, this is different. The stakes have never been higher. McGregor has been talking a big game, saying this match is just another step in his journey to prove he's the greatest of all time. His social media is filled with taunts, mocking Rey's showmanship and claiming that the world of professional wrestling is nothing compared to the real fight game. He's been training in secret, focusing not just on striking, but on adapting his game to overcome the unpredictable nature of pro wrestling. Conor is focused, intense, and ready for the challenge. But is he underestimating the one thing he can't prepare for the heart of a wrestler? Rey Mysterio, on the other hand, has been in the ring with some of the most brutal fighters in the world. His agility and ability to dodge strikes make him a difficult target for any opponent. However, McGregor isn't just any opponent. He's a man who can end a fight with a single punch. Will Rey's acrobatics be enough to evade McGregor's brutal knockout power? Or will Conor's trash talk and psychological edge be too much for Rey to overcome? This battle isn't just a test of physical ability. It's a clash of cultures, of ideologies. McGregor, who thrives on aggression, intimidation, and the power of his fists, against Rey, who has made his career on timing, precision, and turning the tables when it looks like all hope is lost. The world of mixed martial arts and professional wrestling have always had their differences, but this fight, this story, has the power to bridge that gap. As the match draws nearer, both men continue to push each other's buttons, their social media exchanges intensifying. McGregor laughs off Rey's wrestling accolades, claiming they mean nothing in the world of real combat. Rey, on the other hand, remains calm but focused, knowing that this fight isn't just about him. It's about proving that the heart of a wrestler is more than enough to go toe-to-toe with one of the most dangerous men on the planet. Rey's fans rally behind him, their passion unwavering, while McGregor's legion of supporters argue that he will quickly put an end to the spectacle. The night of the fight arrives, and the arena is buzzing with anticipation. As the lights dim, the tension in the air is so thick it feels like it could be cut with a knife. The first sound of Conor's entrance music hits, and the crowd erupts in cheers and boos alike. McGregor strides confidently down the ramp, his eyes locked on the ring, a smirk playing on his lips as he takes in the audience's mixed reaction. He's here to prove a point. He's here to dominate. Then, the unmistakable sound of Rey Mysterio's theme fills the arena. The crowd erupts in cheers, and the masked legend steps into view, his presence commanding the attention of everyone in the building. With his iconic mask and high-flying style, Rey looks ready to take on the challenge in front of him. He's been here before. He's faced the best, and he's proven time and again that he belongs in the ring with any fighter. Tonight, he's going to show the world why wrestling is as real as it gets. As the two men stare each other down, there's no telling what's about to happen. Will McGregor's brash attitude and raw power overpower Rey's experience and skill? Or will Rey's agility, resilience, and determination prove that heart is what truly wins a fight? As the bell rings, both men lock eyes, and the world holds its breath. This is more than just a fight. It's a war between two warriors from different worlds, and no one can predict how it's going to end. Will McGregor be victorious, or will Rey Mysterio's heart and willpower prove that even in the world of combat sports, size and strength aren't always the deciding factor? The answer is about to unfold, and it's anyone's guess who will come out on top. As the bell rings and the crowd's cheers echo throughout the arena, the atmosphere shifts into something more primal, more real. Conor McGregor's trademark swagger remains evident, but beneath it, there's something deeper, something more calculated in his eyes. He's not just here for the spectacle, not just here for the glory. McGregor wants to prove that he's the best, no matter the sport. His journey through the world of MMA has been legendary. From a humble beginning in Ireland to becoming one of the most recognizable names in combat sports, Conor has always thrived in the spotlight. But this is new territory. Professional wrestling isn't a sport he's mastered yet. And that uncertainty, that crack in his otherwise flawless confidence, might be the very opening that Rey Mysterio needs. For Mysterio, the stakes couldn't be higher. He's fought legends, faced giants, and battled through injuries, but this is different. McGregor is no ordinary opponent. His reputation is built not just on his skill in the ring, but on his ability to break his opponents mentally. Rey has dealt with adversity before, but McGregor is a different kind of challenge. It's not just about fighting for titles or accolades. It's about proving the very soul of professional wrestling. For Rey, this isn't just a match, it's a statement. A statement that wrestling isn't a lesser sport, and that the heart and resilience of a wrestler can stand toe-to-toe with anyone, no matter how intimidating they may seem. As the fighters circle each other, Conor strikes first. His signature left hand, a punch that has knocked out some of the best in the world, swings toward Rey, who narrowly dodges the blow. The crowd gasps, the suspense mounting with each move. Rey's agility shines through as he expertly uses his speed and flexibility to evade McGregor's strikes. The contrast between the two is clear. McGregor, a powerhouse with the ability to end a fight with a single punch, and Mysterio, a master of timing and technique. The crowd is on edge, unsure of who will gain the upper hand. But as the fight progresses, the tension builds beyond the physicality. The clash between McGregor's brash attitude and Rey's quiet intensity is more than just a clash of fighting styles. It's a clash of personalities, of ideologies. McGregor's taunts echo through the arena, trying to get inside Rey's head. He mocks Rey's mask, his aerial style, and everything that makes him unique. But Rey doesn't flinch. He's been called many things over the years, But what Conor doesn't realize is that words don't affect someone who's faced worse and come out victorious time and time again. Rey's entire career has been about overcoming obstacles. He's no stranger to pressure. On the sidelines, the fans are split. Some cheer for McGregor, drawn to his larger-than-life persona and unapologetic nature. They believe that his power will be too much for Rey to handle. Others rally behind Rey, who's built a legacy over decades of hard work, passion, and heart. They see him as the embodiment of the underdog, the man who always rises above. But there's another group of people watching, people who are quietly waiting in the background, figures from the world of professional wrestling who have seen it all before. Legends of the sport who know exactly what it takes to succeed in the ring, and they're keenly observing the fight, knowing that the outcome could shape the future of wrestling itself. Amidst the chaos, there's a subplot that no one expected. A figure, unknown to the public, begins to make their presence known backstage. Their motivations are unclear, but their interest in this match is undeniable. It's rumored that this mysterious individual has ties to both McGregor's camp and the world of professional wrestling. Are they trying to manipulate the outcome? Are they seeking to control the narrative of this battle? Whoever they are, their involvement adds a layer of mystery to an already high-stakes encounter. They watch closely, and their next move could shift the momentum of the entire fight. Back in the ring, McGregor's frustration begins to grow. Rey's resilience is starting to chip away at his mental game. No matter how hard McGregor strikes, Rey keeps dodging, his movements as fluid and unpredictable as ever. And just when McGregor thinks he's gained the upper hand, Rey uses his environment to his advantage. A perfectly executed springboard off the ropes. A flying crossbody Rey is turning the tables in a way McGregor never expected. The crowd is on their feet now, their cheers intensifying as the momentum swings back and forth between the two. This is no longer just about who is the better fighter, it's a battle of wills, a war for supremacy in a sport that's built on respect. Rey's fans are starting to believe. They see McGregor's frustration mounting, his cocky attitude starting to crack. But McGregor isn't the type to back down easily. He's been in tough situations before, and he's used to finding a way out, even when all seems lost. As Rey attempts another high-flying move, McGregor anticipates it. With precision, he catches Rey mid-air and delivers a devastating takedown, slamming Rey to the mat. The crowd gasps as McGregor takes control, but even then, Rey isn't finished. He's not done. His eyes burn with the fire of someone who refuses to lose, and in that moment, McGregor realizes that he's not just fighting a man, he's fighting a spirit. As the match continues, the tension reaches a boiling point. The stakes are higher than ever, and the mystery surrounding the backstage figure deepens. Who are they and what do they want? Are they manipulating the outcome, or is there something more sinister at play? No one knows for sure, but the atmosphere is thick with uncertainty. The fight between McGregor and Rey has become more than just a battle for victory. It's a battle for legacy, for the future of their respective sports, and for something that neither of them can afford to lose. The questions remain unanswered, and as the clock ticks down, it becomes clear that the true fight has only just begun. Just as the tension hits its peak, the unexpected happens. McGregor, in the midst of his dominant moment, gets a glimpse of something out of the corner of his eye. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but enough to throw him off for a split second. A figure in the shadows, standing near the entrance ramp. The crowd doesn't notice at first, but McGregor's gaze shifts, and for that brief moment, his focus wavers. Rey, ever the opportunist, seizes the moment, launching himself from the top rope with a breathtaking Hurricane Rana, flipping McGregor onto the mat with an impact that rattles the ring. The crowd erupts, their cheers deafening. McGregor's frustration is now at a boiling point, and his thoughts are clearly distracted. The mysterious figure in the shadows isn't just a passing distraction. It's starting to play a role in the match itself. Backstage, things are escalating too. The hidden figure is no longer content to watch from the sidelines. Their influence is starting to make itself known. With every step they take toward the action, whispers spread through the back corridors. The wrestling legends who had been watching from a distance are now standing up, their faces grim. They recognize this person, someone with a long, complicated history in the world of professional wrestling, someone whose reputation precedes them. The murmurs of manipulation grow louder. It's clear now, this isn't just a fight between McGregor and Mysterio anymore. Something far more complex is at play. Rey, while focused on the match, has a growing sense that something's not right. It's a feeling he's developed over years of wrestling, a sixth sense that tells him when the odds are being stacked against him. As McGregor struggles to regain control, Rey starts to think that the man who's been relentlessly taunting him isn't the only enemy in the ring. His movements become more cautious, his strikes more precise, as if he's trying to predict what might come next. And then, just when it seems like Rey might be on the verge of victory, the arena lights flicker. A wave of confusion ripples through the crowd. The mysterious figure steps out from the shadows, and this time, they don't just stand there, they walk toward the ring. McGregor notices first. His eyes narrow, his posture stiffens, and for a brief moment, the cocky swagger that defined him earlier vanishes. He doesn't know who this figure is, but the shift in the atmosphere is undeniable. The crowd starts buzzing in uncertainty, and the match, once a showcase of two combatant skills, now feels like something darker is looming over it. Rey's attention also shifts toward the figure, a twinge of suspicion crossing his face. The mental game that McGregor had been playing so well on Rey earlier has just shifted, and now both men are equally on edge. Then, the twist, an unexpected ally. A figure in a hooded cloak, emerging from the back of the arena, rushes to the ring. In an instant, they're on McGregor, attacking him from behind with a brutal shot to the back of the head. The crowd is stunned into silence. Who is this person? What is their connection to the match? The mysterious figure in the shadows turns out to be an instigator, and the person who just attacked McGregor seems to have a bone to pick with the former UFC champion. As McGregor stumbles, trying to shake off the attack, the cloaked figure's true identity is revealed, another major name in the combat sports world, someone who's held grudges with McGregor for years. Now the dynamic of the match has completely shifted. McGregor, now battered from the sudden assault, is struggling to regain his bearings, while Rey, sensing an opportunity, climbs the turnbuckle. The crowd is divided, shouting both in confusion and exhilaration. They've never seen anything like this before. A collision of personalities, a blend of combat sports and manipulation that has taken on a life of its own. As Rey launches into another high-flying move, McGregor is barely able to react. The cloaked figure watches with a cold, calculating expression from the outside, their role in the match becoming increasingly clear. The wrestlers, the legends, the fans all are left with more questions than answers. Why has this mysterious figure decided to intervene? What do they stand to gain? And how far are they willing to go to ensure McGregor doesn't leave the arena victorious? Rey, though, isn't about to let the chaos distract him. He's seen it all before, attacks from behind, betrayal, and manipulation, but what he hasn't seen is someone getting the better of Conor McGregor like this. For the first time in this fight, Rey feels the scales tipping in his favor. His resolve strengthens, and every move, every leap, every hold feels more deliberate. The fight is no longer just about McGregor's power or Rey's agility. It's about surviving the storm that's unfolding around them. The figure in the cloak stands still, watching with an emotionless gaze. McGregor, now furious and desperate, turns his attention toward them, shouting in frustration. His usual confidence has crumbled under the weight of betrayal, and his anger has reached a boiling point. But just as the tide seems to shift in Rey's favor, the lights go dark again, plunging the arena into a momentary blackout. The crowd gasps, unsure of what's happening next. The tension becomes unbearable as a low hum fills the arena, followed by a familiar sound, Rey's theme music. But this time, it's not Rey who enters the ring. Instead, another unexpected twist, a second figure, wearing a mask identical to Rey's, appears on the ramp, throwing the crowd into chaos. Who is this masked man? Why is he wearing Rey Mysterio's mask? And what role does he play in this already complicated match? With every moment, the mystery deepens, the stakes heighten, and the atmosphere becomes more volatile than ever. And in the midst of it all, the battle between McGregor and Rey Mysterio is far from over. Neither fighter can predict the next move, nor can the audience anticipate the chaotic series of events that are about to unfold. The masked figure steps into the ring, his identity still a mystery to everyone. The crowd is in disbelief, unsure whether they're witnessing a surreal twist or something even deeper. This masked intruder mirrors Rey Mysterio's every movement, his style, his mask, his presence. The moment the figure slides into the ring, McGregor's face twists in confusion and rage. He's already reeling from the previous attack, but now he's facing someone who appears to be his opponent's doppelganger, adding yet another layer of chaos to the fight. Rey, still recovering from McGregor's previous blows, takes a moment to assess the situation, his instincts telling him that the outcome of this match is no longer just about physicality. The mental game has reached new heights. McGregor, desperate and disoriented, charges at the masked figure, but with lightning speed, the stranger evades him. What's even more disorienting for McGregor is that the masked man fights with an eerily similar style to Rey's. The crowd is buzzing in confusion. Who is this new player in the game? Is this some kind of mind game? Or is this a part of a larger conspiracy to undermine McGregor? In a flash, the masked figure delivers a perfectly executed 619, one of Rey Mysterio's signature moves. McGregor stumbles, dazed and confused, while the figure's agility and precision seem to be unmatched. The resemblance to Rey is uncanny, and for a moment, McGregor seems to question everything he thought he knew about this fight. Rey, eyes wide with realization, sees the opportunity. He knows that the situation is out of control. Now this is no longer just a fight between him and McGregor. This has evolved into something much bigger. The masked figure and Rey exchange a look. It's brief, but it's enough for both men to understand that they need to team up at least for the moment. They know McGregor's strength is overwhelming, but they're smarter than to let him regroup. The crowd is on its feet as Rey and his mysterious twin begin a synchronized attack, working together in a stunning display of teamwork. The two move like one entity, countering McGregor's every strike and throwing him off balance. The match has shifted, and McGregor is no longer in control. His frustration turns to fury as he tries to fight back, but his energy is spent. The unexpected alliance between Rey and the masked figure has thrown him off his game entirely. The masked man takes one final swing, hitting McGregor with a devastating spinning kick to the face. McGregor, barely conscious, crumples to the mat. The arena erupts in shock, unsure if they've just witnessed the end of one of the greatest fighters of all time. But before anyone can process what's happened, Rey climbs to the top turnbuckle. The crowd holds its breath as Rey delivers a picture-perfect frog splash, connecting with McGregor's chest. The force of the impact is enough to leave McGregor motionless on the mat, his body sprawled out, utterly defeated. But just when it seems that the match has come to a close, the lights flicker again, plunging the arena into darkness once more. The crowd goes silent, unsure of what's happening. Then, the unmistakable voice of McGregor echoes through the darkness, booming with an intensity that sends chills through the audience. "You think you've won?" he shouts, his voice dripping with venom. "This isn't over." The lights flash back on, and McGregor is still lying on the mat, bloodied, bruised, but somehow still alive. The eerie voice had come from somewhere else. Suddenly, the masked figure steps forward and rips off their mask, revealing a shocking truth: this wasn't just a match between McGregor and Rey Mysterio. The masked figure was none other than a former WWA star, someone with a personal vendetta against both McGregor and Mysterio. The twist sends shockwaves through the crowd as the true motive behind the chaos is unveiled. The former WWE star had orchestrated this entire scenario to settle old scores, and McGregor and Rey had unknowingly been pawns in a much larger game. The realization hits hard. It wasn't just about proving superiority in combat, but about revenge, manipulation, and ego. The final twist comes when the former WWE star challenges both McGregor and Rey to a rematch. This time, however, it won't be a one-on-one. This fight will be a triple threat, with each man bringing their own personal baggage and history to the table. But as McGregor and Rey slowly rise to their feet, they exchange a glance not as opponents, but as fighters who understand the weight of what just happened. For now, they've shared a bond, however temporary, against a common enemy. The crowd, still reeling from the revelation, can only imagine what the future holds. As the lights dim and the arena begins to empty, there's a sense of unfinished business hanging in the air. The rivalry between McGregor and Rey Mysterio isn't over. It's evolved into something more unpredictable. The plot has thickened, and the battle lines are drawn. Will McGregor and Rey be able to put their differences aside and join forces, or will the past betray them both? The questions remain unanswered, and the anticipation for the next chapter of this epic saga is already building. What is clear, however, is that the world of combat sports has just been rocked by a twist no one saw coming, one that promises even bigger, more explosive moments in the future.